All right, we are live. We are back from the edition of the Raw and Uncut DC show. And this one should be a little controversial because we're going to be going outside the box and talk about some real life society issues. You see, when we started doing this channel, we wanted to actually not make it just a wrestling channel. We wanted to venture off into other areas that most people don't want to talk about or do. Are kind of scared to because it's really controversial. So this is one that we wanted to talk about since back in May, wasn't it, man?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we've been
about
putting
that.
this one off for a while. So we're going to dive right into it this time around, man. We're going to be discussing gay rights, pretty much, and our opinions about it and thoughts and stuff like that. All that good stuff. So you ready for this one, man?
All right, man.
I guess you want to go first, man? Get some thing off your chest?
All right, man. Yeah, I'll start it off.
Okay, go ahead, man. Take it away.
All right, within these last couple months, we noticed that the gay marriage thing has been, on every news channel, about, legalizing gay marriage. Now, being as my wife, has a lot of friends that are, bisexual, gay, lesbian, whatever the case may be, they brought it to my attention where I understood more, which I think the news should have told it a little bit more better than what they did. It wasn't necessarily just about, I guess, gay marriage as a whole. It was about, for instance, if you're married, you have a wife, you go into the hospital, and you say you're on life support. Your wife, given your permission, can make that call whether to pull the plug or keep the person alive. Well, in gay marriage in most states, that's really what this is about. That, for instance, say the husband or the wife of the other wife is on life support, they could not make the basically say whether to pull the plug or keep them alive. They won't allow like visitation type things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I just found out that maybe a couple months ago about that because at first I was just like, I don't get it because my sister is actually a lesbian and has been for quite some time. That she got married in Maryland, and I noticed this last time when Obama had his second run-in as president, he was like, oh, it's illegal now. I think I'm saying that right. Illegal? Legal?
Illegal, yeah.
It's legal. It's legal to get married in Maryland, but that's where my sister got married years and years and years ago. So I was like, I don't understand what they're discussing here. I don't get it because she did get married in Maryland before it was passed, but now I'm sort of understanding that point of view now. So all right,
it's coming clear. It's coming clear to you now.
What am I doing with my hands?
You believe it now, man. You believe it.
Man. All right, so I'll let you take it away for a little bit, and then I'll hop back in.
All right. Personally, for me, I believe every single human being has the right to special, equal rights of freedom of religion, what they want to believe in. The problem I see nowadays with gay people is that while they want that same treatment for you to, respect them, their lifestyle, even if you don't agree with it, they're not very tolerant of other people's lifestyles. That's why a lot of times when I go on the internet, I go on these websites where they're discussing, gay marriage and stuff like that. There's always this big fight between religious people and gay people and a lot of times, yes, religious people are, they're really strong Christian people are usually not very tolerant of other people's lifestyles. That has been true for many years. But it's even more so nowadays that gay people are getting very, very intense with it. Like where they want you to bow down to their every wish pretty much. Like I said, I personally have no issue with someone wants to be gay. What you want to do with your life and in the bedroom is you have a right to do that, whatever you want to do. But how could you sit there and be hypocritical and like want that special treatment, but yet you're also bashing other people for their lifestyles as well? So it's just like a constant bickering back and forth, and it's taking it takes away from a lot of focus of real issues in this country, like people starving in other countries and the problems with the economy. A lot of homeless people in this country. Like you flip on CNN, and half the time nowadays, unless it's like a school shooting or something like that, it's always about gay right or gay marriage. I mean, just I don't know if this comes across really negative or so say, but I don't feel like that's a really important issue to always be that central focus. That's just me though. What do you think, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I get where you're coming from too. There for a while, I'm never gonna say I was like homophobic, man, but I did feel, to a certain degree, a certain way about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you had your personal opinion about it, which you're entitled
Yeah,
to. We all have our own.
right. But before I get into, I guess what people might think that, it might come out the way of either we're bashing or we're totally supporting. I would say I'm neither in that situation, dude. I'm not totally supportive, nor do I believe in totally bashing, their
Yeah,
views and their lifestyle. So, but let's just make that clear. I guess my thing is, and this goes for everybody, dude. Whether you're, straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever. I think there's a time and place that if you're at, like, say, a restaurant, dude, and somebody's tonguing somebody, regardless if it's man on man, man on woman, I really don't care to see that, dude.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's different if you're at like a club or something like that. All right, give or take, people are going to do their thing. Or, just at, taking pictures, 90% of the time, if you take a picture at like amusement park or, a beach or something, you're going to be kissing in the photos. That I don't have a problem with. But when it goes to the extreme where, clothes look like it's getting ready to fly off, I
oh
got
man,
an issue with both sides of
almost
the,
right there.
both sides of the fence, dude. I just think I don't know. I just think it's weird, dude.
Yeah, I'm not really offended by that, but I can see why you are. I mean, like I can say, let's say you're at like a Chuck E. Cheese. I've seen people at Chuck E. Cheese like literally like about the screw in the corner, and like a kind of a kid establishment. I can see that, but then again, like I said, I'm not personally offended by that. But yes, I'm not. There is a time and place for things. Sometimes you want to get that thrill of doing shit in public, but like you said, not everyone wants to see that. So I understand where you're coming from there. And I
Yeah, man.
don't like seeing two guys kissing anyway. Something just kind of, like I said, nothing against gay people. Like I said, we're not trying to, bash you guys or your lifestyle. But it's like when you're trying to, let's say you're trying to relax in a park, and you see two guys kissing on a bench across from you. It kind of makes you uncomfortable a little bit. Not that you have anything against, their lifestyle, but it makes you feel that way. What do you think, man?
Oh man. All right. Where to go? Where do we go with this next? What topic you want to jump on?
How
All
about
right.
we
Let me let me state a little bit more on what you stated on earlier, where you say you don't, care about who, people choose to be with or whatever. That's on the side where I'm with the gays on that is why should you as being a man care who another man is sleeping with or a woman sleeping with another woman? Why should we really care about that, dude? That's not us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. I mean, like
I guess it's different if your girl left you for another woman and you see them two kissing, then I could see, the hostility on it or, knowing that they're together, understandably, it's just because it's your wife or,
yeah.
girlfriend at the time that left you for, another woman or something. But I really don't, as that aspect of things, I don't see the big problem with it.
I never understood that. Like, why the people are so concerned with other people's lifestyles. Like, it's like, how does that have any effect on your life? I mean, I can see if you got cheated on and you with your like, let's say your husband, you've been married for 20 years and you found out your husband was gay in between, was messing with their own guys. I can see why you would be kind of angry, but still, people have a right to live their lives the way they want to live. As long as that causes no harm to you or anybody else. I mean, I never understood the big issue. Why anyone feels like they have authority over someone's life, or they can pick and choose who they could date, who they should be with, who they should sleep with. It's never made no sense to me. That's why when it comes to that aspect of it, I'm fully on board with the gays on that one. They should not be discriminated against because they live a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense to
Yeah.
me. Never will.
All right, now I want to actually state on something that will go a little bit of against it, I guess.
Okay.
All right. You know, my wife, she loves like Ellen DeGeneres. which is openly gay. She's funny as hell, all right. But she had, I don't know if it was a football player, but I want to say it was a basketball player that, if I'm not mistaken, he was with his wife for 15 years. They had kids together. So obviously, probably at least one of the kids is in, 13, 14, 15 years old, possibly.
Yeah.
And he came out, that he was gay. That I have a problem with because it seemed like the gay community supported this guy. It's like, bravo for coming out, but you didn't realize you just basically created a broken home. Like, you went with this girl for 15 years, and I don't know whether you just become gay, you're born gay. I believe that, there are people that are born gay. But I mean, was this guy born gay? And if he was, why did it take him 15 years and, to have kids and all this stuff and to be basically, honored, if that's the right word to use, honored that he came out the closet that he was gay after 15 years of a relationship? That I have a problem with.
Okay, with that issue, I could look at it kind of like both sides. Like maybe, because in a way, with society, a lot of people feel pressure to try to fit in society, to be like a normal person, to live a normal lifestyle. And what's normal is guy and a girl, getting together, starting a family. So maybe he was afraid of maybe issues with his family coming out, or that's why he kind of. But either way, then again, it's also kind of wrong to leave somebody on, and you're not really that way. So I could kind of see both sides of the fence there. Not saying one's right or wrong or either one. That's really hard for me to say because, growing up I was kind of bullied, and Then again, I can imagine for a gay guy growing up, it's really you probably get bullied even more if you known you were gay.
Yeah.
Your family, I've heard horror stories. I've had some gay friends in school, stuff like that. That had a really bad home life. So it's like that one's hard to say. I don't think he should be praised as a hero, but then again, I don't know. That's hard to say, man.
Yeah, see, that's a good one right there, man.
Yeah. I guess in a way, like I said, I think maybe it could be because he felt scared to come out. Because a lot of people do. Because like you said, there's a lot of consequences. Like you come out, you tell your mom, I don't care if you love your kids or not. The last thing you want to hear from let's say like a father is that your son's gay. Let's say you want grandkids. It's not going to happen now when your son's gay. So it's a lot of pressure there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But one thing I want to get your opinion on, because I know we talked about this over the phone for a long time. You remember that whole Duck Dynasty controversy that happened? Was it last year?
Yeah.
Where he said, he quoted a Bible verse saying that it was a sin, or homosexuality is a sin, that people go to. I don't think he said that they go to hell. I forgot exactly what he said. So you go ahead and elaborate on that, because I don't remember exactly what he said. Word for word.
All right. Good Lord, man. I knew you were going to put me on the spot on this one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad, man.
Oh, God. Damn ya. All right, dude. As with what he said, what you got to realize is a person that's, backwoods, they're usually brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? They don't sugarcoat nothing. It's, how can you say it the right way, dude, without, sort of being rude with it, is to a certain degree they're sheltered in only their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know what they know.
They have their lifestyle set, and they don't compromise nothing. And they consider their opinion.
All right, but from what I didn't like with the way the media came out with it is they made this guy out to be homophobic and racist. And that's the funny thing that I found, also is nobody. I mean, you had a few people that jumped on it that heard it, but nobody jumped on, I guess, what people would say as the racist statement he made.
Yeah.
But everybody jumped on the whole gay thing, which, they wanted the show canceled or at least him kicked off the show, et cetera, et cetera. But see, the story behind it is what it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was GQ magazine. They came to his house. Like I told you, he had 900 acres of land. He came over for this interview because, they were taking pictures for this GQ magazine deal. Well, I say it like this, dude. No matter what you believe, you can assume, I know that's stereotypical, but you can assume a person from the country or a redneck is going to feel that way. So in reality, you got what you asked for.
You're asking for it pretty much.
Yeah, you're asking for it, dude. I mean, that's like, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
It's like going to a bar and like expecting not to see drunks.
yeah, and then like,
You
yeah,
meet
that's
drunks.
exactly
Why would you go to that bar if you don't want to see drunks?
right.
Yeah.
So with the way the interview set up, he came, he took them on the four-wheeler, showed them, the land and all that stuff, which nobody's touching on everything that happened except for that one statement he made, which is not technically his statement. It's something that he believes because it is quoted in the Bible.
Yeah, it is. Any Bible you find, it says it right in there.
So, but yeah, he was going through half the interview, and then they noticed, it wasn't questions about duck calls, questions about the TV show. It was asking questions like that, and the sons of him, Willie, Jace, Jeff, all them started like, this video's going sour, and they were like, Dad, let's cut this video, this interview that, this guy, and he goes, I shouldn't feel uncomfortable in my own home that, we invited this guy in our home, and we, fixed them dinner, all this other stuff, so I'm not going to run from basically these, this interview.
Yeah.
So they sort of got upset, and they pretty much stormed out the door and went outside, and because they were mad because they could see where it was going. Like I said, you don't ask somebody something unless you want that answer.
So he knew what they were going to say. It's like he was looking for controversy.
Right.
He was looking for some shit, pretty much.
Right. So when they asked it, he answered it honestly. And where I guess the racist statement comes into play is they said, how do you feel about slavery, and did you ever witness slavery? His words were that he didn't see the problem where he was from, not that slavery did not exist. He said, I worked right beside, the black men and women picking cotton. He said, I was looked at as basically trailer trash, white trash.
Yeah.
He was treated just as, I guess as wrong as a black person would. Let's face it, white people that are, trailer trash, white trash, country, they get just as much hate as everybody else does.
Yeah.
So by him saying that, it was like, oh my God, he stated that he didn't see nothing wrong with slavery. He's all, that there won't such thing as slavery. That ain't what he said. He said in his town, he worked beside them. He did not see racial profiling. That was his statement. But it got drawed. Once again, media will destroy anybody, dude.
Yeah.
But see, where I find it funny is you get a guy that reads from the Bible of a quote of homosexuality, sin, whatever, and that's to be taken, oh my God, let's take him off the air, let's take him off the TV, so on and so on, let him be punished. But yet, you have Eminem that in every CD, quite a few songs in the CD have bashed homosexuals. And yeah, it had a little controversy off of it, but everything he said had controversy off of it, but he was never punished for it.
Nope. He still made it. I mean, millions of albums, and
if anything, it made him more rich when the controversy happened.
Yeah.
So why is it good for this guy and not good for this guy? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like intolerance. Like people want it this way, but not the other way. You know what I'm saying? It's always no tolerance either way.
I guess my statement. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish his whole quote, and he said, yes, he does believe that the Bible, being as he is a Christian, he's going to believe in the Bible. He's going to believe in the words of the Bible, and it does state that. And he was just basically stating, he said, but, however, I was learned also in the Bible to love thy neighbor, to love his enemies, to love everybody, and you don't blame them, you blame the sin itself.
Yeah.
He said that I will not treat them no different. I love all of God's children. But yet that part was edited out of the media.
Yeah. Well, of course, because they wanted to make it a controversial thing, so of course they would do that.
I mean, let's face it. A, I'm not stating everybody. I'm just saying a majority of people. Say that you're, the straight man, you're married, you've been married for a while, or, new to marriage, you have a kid. Your kid gets older, you find out, hey, they're interested in guys. Will that disappoint you to a certain degree? Yeah, because you're actually hoping that you will have a grandchild.
Yeah, like I said earlier.
And don't get me wrong, not that, lesbians or gays cannot adopt a child, but they're wanting blood. They're wanting their family tree continued.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, not saying that you won't love your son. There probably is. I know quite a few people that have been disowned for being homosexual, but like I said, to a certain degree, you're still going to be like, well, darn, you know what I'm saying? You are going to be a little bit disappointed in it. Not saying that all men, all fathers, all mothers would not accept their child regardless, but there's still a deep part of you that will be hurt from it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, either
But
way.
like I said, I mean, there probably is some parents that, like I said, I know a few homosexuals that actually were disowned for being that way. That I don't agree with, dude. I don't agree that you should disown your child. I believe you should love everybody, but a lot of the times it's hard. Not only, homosexuality, but it's hard to love a rapist. It's hard to love a murderer. It's hard to love somebody that robbed you blind. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing, is to love somebody. It's easy to hate everybody.
Oh yeah, it's a piece of cake. It's like say, I hate you. That's simple. Really a lot of times.
All right. All right, I've been talking for a while, so you want to take it away for a minute?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you a break because I put you on the spot. Now I'm back on the spot. Yeah, this whole Duck Dynasty thing is like, I can see why people were kind of upset a little bit because the way the guy that said it made it come across, but those people really jump to conclusions too much nowadays. They don't want to do the research. People are just like, they have like this knee-jerk reactions. Like when I first read it, I was kind of mad until I actually did some research. You could tell this guy from the magazine, he was looking to stir up some shit. He went there for a purpose, to stir up some shit, to get them, I guess, taken off the air for being, racist and against, because like I said, right now there's this huge phenomenon in the media with the whole gay rights thing. Not that I'm against gay rights, but like I said, it's like a phenomenon right now. So that guy was trying to capitalize on that and making it seem like these guys were against all of that. If you remember, what was that fast food establishment called? What were they called? I can't remember it. Well, there was a thing in this media where they were flat out said that they were against homosexuality, and people actually started an online petition against them. I forgot what they were called, but anywho, it's kind of ridiculous.
That ain't that Westboro Church people, are they?
I don't know if it was them, but I think it was like a fast food place where they're owned by a Christian person, and they closed.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. There it was. I don't know if you remember. There was like a controversy with them where they were whether it was the owner or CEO said that they were against homosexuality or something like that.
Yeah.
And people were rebelling against it. It's like, as we all know, when we go up through life, everyone has their own different views and opinions, and that's fine. That makes us all unique, And like you said, when you're going to a Christian and like a Christian like that guy from, what he's going to say. And all he was doing was quoting from the Bible, and it says that in the Bible. Any Bible you say, whether you agree it's right or wrong, what's in the Bible is pointless. He was just stating what he personally feels, and it stays in the Bible. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that. He can view how he wants to view about anything in this world. I mean, why are you going to bash him for that when damn well you view things in a different way as well? So I never understood the whole controversy about that. I thought it was kind of stupid, and I kind of felt bad for the guy because he felt like he was kind of getting targeted because he dared to say his opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I think it did. I think it did damage because let's face it, their ratings has dropped. Not only because a lot of homosexuals actually enjoyed the show,
Yeah,
but it also made a lot of controversy with the rednecks. It pissed the rednecks off that said, you know what, go to another station. Um, we're not going to support you with A&E because A&E dropped the ball with it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
And
with
it
that,
created it created more conflict.
it's
Well, I guess are you back, man? Well, I guess he dropped out here. This is why we say it's raw and uncut because you don't know what's going to happen. Let me text him real quick. I'll send him the link here. Maybe this will happen. Someone probably called him. And like I said, guys, this is what happens when we're called raw and uncut. We're not going to edit this shit out. That's for sure. Let me send him another link here. Yeah, try to get him back in here, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and carry on. I sent him a link. Hopefully he'll come back in here. Close this off here. I just want to establish again, because this is called gay rights discussion. Me personally, I have no issues. I've had a lot of friends that were gay over the years, and a lot of them are good, fun people. Oh, there he is, man. I was carrying on without you, man.
but their mom was calling me. I can't figure out how to get back to it, man.
All of a sudden, you drop off. I was like, oh damn. I was saying like this is why we're called raw and uncut, man, because we're not gonna edit this shit out, man. We're leaving all that shit in there. Drop connections and all.
All right, yeah, and I also want to state this, dude, that I've met tons of homosexuals that I really consider family right now, man. That you know I do wish them happiness in their relationship and stuff like that. Happiness in life, period. But I will say this that. And I'm not saying my friends, I'm not saying all gay people, just like we're saying, we don't say all black people, all white people, all this, all that. Some, let's just say some, dude, to be safe here. Some gay people think that if you don't totally support gay marriage, then I'm going to delete you out of my life. You're not important to me, blah, blah, blah. You don't want, you really not treating me as equal as you're treating another friend or something like that. I sort of disagree with that, dude, because I will say this, that, all right, say you see a guy with his pants hanging down, whether he's white, whether he's black,
Yeah.
wears the do-rag. We all judge that person, dude. We all think to a certain
Why can't you
degree,
pull your damn pants
yeah,
up?
is this guy thugging it out, or is he? That's just his fashion statement. So I will say, and this will cause a little controversy. Maybe we'll do a video on this. Also, is when a redneck wears a Confederate flag, everybody considers them to be racist, dude. You know what I'm saying? I actually had this guy when I first started dating Cindy. I won't say the name or anything like that since he ain't on my Facebook, and But he came at me and he was like, he was saying all this slave stuff and saying, master this, master that, and it ain't about that to me, dude. It's about where you're from, dude. It won't necessarily about the slavery, but that's my point there, dude. Is you got a guy that wears a Confederate flag, then you're all of a sudden you're saying, oh, this guy's racist.
Hold on one
Same.
second. Take it away. I'll be right back real quick. Let's keep talking.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Raw and uncut, man. I'll be right back.
All right. But yeah, all right. Since I'm by myself here, hey, I will say this, dude. Everybody judges everybody. And the problem is we don't get a chance to know the person inside. You know what I'm saying? You're judging that person off of that do-rag. You're judging that person out of, him wearing camo or him wearing a Confederate flag. You're judging this person because his pants is hanging down. You're judging this person because he loves another man. You're judging this, woman because she loves women.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, man.
Keep going, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, basically what I was saying is we judge everybody, dude. There's no getting around it. I just think that sometimes we got to come to it where you're not going to win the battle. You know, a black man, black woman ain't going to be like, there's never going to be racism. There's always going to be racism. Do not say the white man or the white woman or, you know, they're all racist. You know, if you listen to country music, you're racist. If you wear a Confederate flag, you're racist. You know, it's so much judging going on, and if you're not fully supportive of everybody's lifestyle, then you want to delete them out of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I actually hate that. Like, like the world's not perfect. We're not perfect. I mean, like, as long as someone's not disrespectful to you, and they just don't agree with your lifestyle, but they don't, like, force their views on you, why are you going to delete that person? What for, I never understood that. Oh, so my cat's getting...
Yeah, man.
My cat's in the way. But yeah, man, I never understood that, man.
All right, you want to add anything else?
I guess what I was trying to say before, when you dropped the call was, I have had a lot of gay friends over the years, and they were like some of the nicest people I ever met. And it's like the problem with this world is not much compassion anymore. People want to so self-centered, they want to force their views on everybody else. Why can't we just be tolerant of each other? We're all different in our own way. We're not. That's what makes us special. Is that we're all different. You know what I'm saying? So I support gay rights. I hate how intense it gets sometimes in the media. Well, that's anything in the media, though. They love to lap on anything controversial and shove it down your throat, man. So I just hopefully we didn't come across like we were like kind of bashing, homosexuals or anything. I don't think we did though. But I have zero issue with it.
Oh, I just farted. I don't know if y'all heard that.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. I guess that's it, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Brock Lesnar.
Oh shit.
All right, guys. I guess we'll end this out now, and leave your feedback on this video if you want to put your opinion on it. We're not ever gonna bash you guys. We welcome any opinions, whether we like them or not. Put them down there, and hopefully we get some good discussion on this one, man. I had to do that. So. All right, guys. Take care.